to the channel of love. I was aiming to go live at 11 o'clock. It felt like I've been seeing lots of 11 synchronizations. Anyway, I think it was about 11:01, maybe 11:02. I've got some cards. Let's have a look. I've got like a glare behind me. Okay, I'm just going to leave the light as it is. Leave it alone. What new things do we have to show you today? It's been a couple of days since I've been in here. Halloween paper streamers. Okay, right, let me show you. My belly's really rumbling. Halloween paper streamers and spooky ghost garland. Oh, we've got the bell on top of that. Just oh, Lucy, yeah, I like that. Spooky ghost garlands. Anything else? Bit of blue tack. Oh, we had a sewing basket that was sitting here. All I can see is the orange in there. You see the orange? So it's quite orange based. I've got an orange blanket. Oh, paper fan decorations down there. Okay. Halloween paper fan decorations. Paper fan. It took me to like the energy of like someone being your fan. Your biggest supporter. Okay. Of the dark. Biggest supporter of your rebirth. Anyway, it's easier for me to go live today and then I don't have to wait for it to upload and premiere it with you. We can just all be here live. Alive and kicking. I'm just going to pull some cards, see what story wants to come out. Felt a bit ski whiff. Oh my goodness, is this... I'm not sure if I like this cushion behind me here. Don't frown. Okay, don't frown. Oh, there's the energy of what would your mother think? Hey Sherry, how are you, darling? Getting ready for work, but I'll listen. Okay. I've got to get ready for work after this. I'm going to get myself some dinner. What would your mother say about this? That's the energy. There's an old deer looking through the window. Yeah. At what this masculine's doing. Or maybe at what this feminine's doing. You can't really see this masculine's face. What would your mother say? What would your father say? Well, maybe that's a question. How do I pronounce your name? Andrea. Good morning. Okay, let's have a look at this. Who is this anyway? It's the King of Swords. And then we've got the Sun energy. They would say, do what makes you happy. Follow your heart. Do what you love. Be with who you love. And then it's like this masculine then. Okay, I'm trying to work out who this figure is. As I'm looking more into it, because we've got to... This is something that the Divine Masculine, I believe, has to make a decision about. It's a choice, isn't it? He's got a choice here. But I feel that this is more of a father figure. Now, he's blessing this one here, who I feel is this character, or half. It's like, I feel this is a Divine Feminine, okay? And I feel this character, she's like halfway there. But let's say the Divine Feminine here is with the marriage. She's like pointing to the marriage ring here. Is that the right hand? It is, yeah. And then we have the, whatever they are they meant to be swans? Like flying off into the sunset. But there's a blessing here. It's like, bless you. It's like they're thinking that that's how that's going to transpire. Listen, this card is not a bad card. It's a positive card. Is this one really heading towards the sunrise? Or is it heading towards the sun setting on this relationship? There's the energy of like, well, we can say one last time. Like one last sexual interaction maybe with this karmic energy, but it's like the energy of, you know, it's not right. It's like this feminine's trying to get close. I feel like this masculine's actually trying to push her away. You don't quite complete me, is what's coming through. I felt this was an urgent live reading as well. You don't quite complete me. Because now this masculine's, I don't know what he's got, an avocado, maybe. A pear. It could be a pear. I feel this is a sexy pear. The words that are coming through, and I don't even know if they are correct words, but they're the Justin Timberlake words. I'm calling you my sexy back. Yep. Okay. I feel because I keep being taken to this. Okay. Is it called the scepter? It represents the underworld, earth here, and then the higher realm. Completeness. And I feel that's what you'll find if you go after your heart's desire. There's the energy of letting your mum down, because she's kind of spying. It's like you don't really want your mum to be seeing this. But then there's the father energy coming through, as in he sees it all. Well, he is a masculine. Let's go to the Lover's Oracle. This is interesting, isn't it? I thought that said Dr. Hierophant then. It says the Hierophant. It's a Hierophant. The Lover's Oracle. Let's have a look. All I'm reading is foreign languages. So down the bottom here. I know it's probably not going to focus. Die, son. I mean, this is what it says. Look. What do they actually say? Because there must be, how many different languages are on here? And then I was taken to here at the top, the name. Of something about you just being like your father, or wanting to be like your father, because you've got El Papa and then Lee Papa. Oh no, it hasn't got an A. There's an A and an E just at the top here. They just look like they were just reversed, as in a L and a Lee. Let's pull some more cards. How long have we been on for? Okay, not even 20 minutes yet. Why are the phrases? Well, I'm trying to have a look at these, how to pronounce these or how to say them. But why are the phrases goodbye, I'm sorry, and I love you so easy to pronounce and yet so hard to say? Okay. It's like, I'm sorry, but goodbye. I love you. Why are they so easy to pronounce yet so hard to say? Buy her some flowers. I'm looking at some flowers. Lego flowers. It just came through. Buy her some flowers, okay? This is fruit here. Is he like taking the pear out of them? It's like we're not a pear, and he's taking the pear from the bowl of fruit and then taking that to the Divine Feminine. Sometimes the one thing you are looking for is the one thing you cannot see. Well, I feel that it's very much about the parents here. They see, whether you want to say that's the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. I do have the Mother Mary Oracle, which I did know we'd be using. So she obviously wants to speak regarding what she sees from the other side. I mean, they say it all, they say it all, they see it all. My philosophy is don't do anything that you're too embarrassed to tell anyone about. Well, actually, my philosophy is if I wouldn't tell my children about it, then I probably shouldn't do it. If I wouldn't encourage my children to do something like that, then I shouldn't do that myself. But I am a rebel, but my kids, I'm probably more rebellious than my children, so it's all cool. They're not very rebellious. I mean, they still don't actually like swear in front of me. And it's not a rule that I've kind of laid down. It's like respect. Like, my children have so much respect for me. And I'm not, I was going to say it's uncalled for. It's, but there is just a very high level of respect that they have. Because I think because I'm truthful and I share my life story and journey with them. Yes, I'm quite open and honest. Because we're always being watched. And it's not so much about what you do when people see you, it's about what you do and how you behave behind the scenes. Sometimes the heart sees what the eyes cannot, and that's why this masculine's being told to follow his heart. What does your heart tell you to do? Do that. Bottom of the deck. It is better to have loved and lost than to have never have loved at all. Confusing. It's a little confusing for this masculine. Who does he go to for assistance? The energy of, well, you can't really go to the Divine Feminine because of course she's going to say, you come to me, I'll help you. I'll help you to feel better. And which is correct. The Divine Feminine can, but this masculine is maybe ashamed. Okay. So maybe it's best that you have a chat with the the Divine Parents. The other day I made a statement. I think it was actually to my eldest daughter. I was talking something over with her. And I said to her, I'm going to have a chat with my mum about that later. Let's go to the villain cards. The villains. Watch out for the villains. We have the heroes and we have the villains. I've got something going through my mind. Of course I have. It's always in these spaces that things come in, and I'm wondering whether or not to actually talk to you about it. Yeah, I can do, because it did have a big impact on my vibration. So I saw somebody who is connected with a family member that I am not in contact with, and you know, I'm just kind of, it's like we've just gone our well, I've gone my own way, should we say that? But I was told that they were quite poorly, and they'd had heart conditions, and I kind of was like, okay, I don't really see how that changes anything to do with like how I feel about whether or not is that a cause to initiate interaction with them. And I'm kind of thinking that doesn't change anything for me. What it took me to was, how would that be behaving? Would it be behaving like the 95% of people do, where we only know at the moment that around about 5% of our population will succeed or be successful? And the reason behind that is because they didn't follow the crowd. They didn't follow the 95%ers. So for me, it was like, this doesn't really change anything. But I went home and I spoke to my daughter about it. And I said, I just feel like if I do that, it's just out of obligation. So I felt like I was being a bit manipulated. But of course, being a compassionate soul, I had concern. I don't want to be hurtful, but I don't really want to initiate something that I have no intentions of continuing interaction with that person. I don't see the point of just checking in because I found out that they were poorly. If I wanted to check in, I'd check in. I'd be checking in regardless of whether they were poorly or not. So I sat with this for like a day, and I kind of had a chat. And it was actually my dad who, before he made his transition, I told him about a situation that would happen. That had happened, that would happen. Interesting. That had happened, and I said, and how would you deal with a situation like that? And he said, well, these were his words, I would tell them to fuck off. And he said to me, just go your own way, don't worry about it. So I felt I had that permission, but then somebody like an outsider who had connection with like my inner group, my old inner group, decided to come forward, and I felt it was a bit of a form of manipulation. So I've had to deal with that. And then my daughter done a little bit of research, and I can't see anything different in this person's life that would cause me to be concerned that they were on death's door or poorly. And I just thought, wow. Yeah, it was just the energy. I'm not getting sucked back into that. And it made me question my own behaviour, which put me in an uncomfortable situation about whether or not I was doing the right or wrong thing when I already have found peace. I said to my daughter, is this just going to keep coming back up and back up? So I'm not sure what the closure is. I feel I'm just going to trust my own instincts when it comes to situations like that, and don't doubt my decision making. Okay. Or what my heart tells me to do, or what actually my dad told me to do, is just go and live your own life. If they're not supporting you and they're not in your life, then you carry on. Right, there we go. The Ten of Wands, heavy burden. What are these that she's carrying? Now, yeah, I don't want to take on someone else's illness. That's not my responsibility. I don't even believe in illness. So I don't know why I'm going to hold sympathy. Empathy, I can empathise that you can convince yourself that you're ill. But for me, I know that maybe a dose of me would like perk them up, but it's not a prescription that I'm provided to give, that I have permission to give. Some people need to learn to heal themselves. okay, rather than drawing on other people's energy. So this here is an old hag. Felt the energy of Christmas time. Fireworks come to mind. But it's a darkness. It's like there's a dark cloak over it, and that's something I don't want to, or I don't need to invite back into my life. Been there, done that, learnt the lesson. And when it comes to death, I mean, we all have our time when we've completed what we've come here to do. If some people are in just so much pain and misery, I don't believe that death's a bad thing. I think be at peace. Life was a real struggle, really hard for you. Strength. The crocodiles here. I want to eat you. I'm not liking the crocodiles. That's sending out their little... I just thought it was really bizarre because I'd already heard about this condition, and then I'd heard that it wasn't actually anything serious. It was not anything to worry about, but this was like a while ago, and I'm thinking, are you bringing up something? Because how it looks at the moment, they're living life, looks like to their max. So what is it with these crocodiles? The strength to the tower. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. I feel this is the energy of segregating yourself and your light. People will seek you out. Only the prince can get up there. Well, she can keep you trapped. But there's the energy of the prince climbing up to rescue you. Okay, that's interesting. Being locked up in the tower. I mean, that is the kind of energy, this beautiful Rapunzel energy, being locked up by an evil witches, evil old hags, not allowing the light to shine, trying to steal their light. That's interesting, isn't it? Let's go to the Sacred Spirit reading cards. Because baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make them go, ow, ow, ow. What's the beginning part? Do you ever feel like a paper bag? Is it paper or plastic? We better say paper. Blowing through the winds, wanting to start again. We have sacred divinity. There are two paths ahead. Okay. So interesting with this energy here. Card number 30. What have I delved into here? Honour your divinity. Good morning, original. That's honouring your divinity, isn't it? Your originality. There are two paths ahead. Embracing your sacred divinity is honouring the divine feminine and masculine that resides within you. Every person shares both aspects of divinity. These are not stereotypical versions of what it means to be a female or male. The divine feminine incorporates aspects of unconditional love, compassion and gentleness, but these are also qualities of the divine masculine. Having expanded our intelligence and consciousness, human beings are no longer critical survivalists. We have evolved and adapted as a collective group. With growing intelligence and awareness, human beings, regardless of gender, can achieve these divine qualities. Men are able to embrace these inner, gentler qualities, and women, outward qualities of strength. Connecting to our divine self is to align with the divinity of Source. Divine balance occurs when these dual aspects are in harmony within the body, resulting in a feeling of wholeness. Currently, distortion of the divine feminine and masculine has occurred within you. You may be feeling highly analytical or overly emotional. Now is the time to address this issue as you are weighed down with imbalanced energies. You may feel emotionally disconnected from either the masculine or feminine side. What was interesting is Grace and Antoinette came out, and it was the card of compassion, seeing the other person's point of view with compassion. And I said that this energy absolutely unbalanced me. So right now you're being asked to honour the sacred divinity that exists within you. Expressing the divine traits of creativity, expression, gentleness, confidence and strength is what is required now. Feel the beauty and love that is uniquely you and honour it. Give yourself a special gift to remind you of this inner journey and how much you care about your divine self and well-being. Connecting and creating a strong sisterhood or brotherhood is fantastic, but you must remember you radiate with energetic duality. If you find yourself ignoring or judging this side of yourself, ask yourself what you are hiding. Identify these qualities without judgment and work on healing or balancing these aspects. So the shadow aspect is illogical, exploitation and oppression. The shadow of the sacred crystal, the sacred crystal is the crocowite. C-R-O-C-O-I-T-E. The angel assistance is Archangel Chamuel, love, tolerance and personal boundaries. The affirmation, I honour and respect the sacred divinity that pulses through me. Okay. There are two paths ahead. Didn't really speak much about that though. Let's go to the Tarot Grand Lux. I'm tripping on sunshine. Tripping on sunshine. Okay. 29 minutes, 17 seconds. Let's see what the Tarot Grand Lux would like to say. The King of Wands. Well, he's wanting me to see his ring here, which is not on his wedding hand, but it's visible. He's feeling hot. That's the spirit. Tap into your dragon spirit. The King of Wands. Should we find out about him? Let's find out a bit more about this king. This charismatic King of Wands has a commanding presence, and he is a man of great conviction. He rules his realm with original ideas and creative strategies. He knows exactly how to direct his power and gets the desired results. That's good to hear. It's a good, strong, powerful card. That's taking ownership. Should we get another card? Let's see who else wants to come out. Come out wherever you are. You're in Munchkin Land, you're in Pumpkin Land. Well, that would be more Return to Oz with the Pumpkin Jack, I think his name is. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Clap your hands, get out of bed. Time to be happy. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. It's all lined up for happiness. Page of Swords. There's this energy of still thinking, because the energy of taking them flowers, but the Page of Swords. Paying, okay. You're paying your respects. You have to respect anybody whose purpose, mission, I say sacrifice, was to transition so that then you were set free. There's a blessing within every situation. Okay, I want to tell you about the story that Napoleon Hill tells about his his stepmom. He said if it wasn't for his dad remarrying, he would never have been the person that he would have been, because it was his stepmother that actually encouraged him, and was one of his best friends. So that was a blessing within his dad's remarriage. Okay, let's go to the Archangel Power Tarot first, and then we'll leave with a Mother Mary card. I wanted to agree with you and say I'm a bit nervous to see what these cards want to say. I don't know what they're going to say. Let's find out. I'm a bit nervous. The Ace of Cups. So don't get scared. The Ace of Raphael, a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. This is the beginning of a new and positive emotional experience in your life. Oh, my belly's like... It may be a new person you become very close to, or a situation that fills you with joy. Often this card signifies the start of a romantic relationship or renewed romance within your current relationship. Okay, so there's still this, which one? Is it the start of a romantic relationship or renewed romance within your current relationship? You may find yourself falling in love or making a deep and personal connection with a new friend. Oh, I want to go back and read about the suit of Raphael. Emotion can motivate us to accomplish many wondrous and exciting things. We reach out and touch the world with our hearts, and suddenly life becomes all the more worthwhile. The suit of Raphael is all about falling in love, getting married and having children. We cherish our families, whether we are born to them or choose them later in life. Dreams, hopes and deep desires are found in this suit. These cards also relate to the development and expression of psychic abilities and intuition. Archangel Raphael has chosen to represent this suit because of his history of heralding love and important relationships in people's lives. Okay. Profound and lasting spiritual insights are possible at this time. Trust your intuition to lead you to happiness. The additional meanings of this card: spiritual revelations, a gift from someone dear, home is where the heart is. Let's finish. Look at this. That's just such a beautiful card. Look. The Two of Cups. Two hearts can create something wonderful. A friendship can grow deeper, or a romance can flourish and bloom. Regardless of the nature of the relationship, time deepens the bond, and a long-term connection based on respect and understanding develops. This is the card of kindred spirits. Okay, let's finish with a Mother Mary card. Poster up here with it's in a foreign language, but there's a girl with green hair and she's got a love heart. It's surrounding her. I can show you. Yes, I can show you. Let me show you. Oh, there's the flowers. Look, girlfriend. Hello. Crazy woman. Mother Mary. When I told my daughter that I showed you guys like the things that are in here, she said, "Did you show them my frogs?" Well, I've got one here. Is it? Oh my goodness, she's got quite a few frogs now. So I'll show you the frogs. Hello. Hello. Oh. I'm not sticking my finger up at you. Where did you come from? He's a Build-A-Bear. Okay. Oh, the belly rumbled. Hello, you're cute. We've got 3 frogs. All green. But choose this suit. Why not? Why not, indeed. Happy? Happy. Keep the crocodiles away, though. They want to be part of the gang, and they're just not. It's like they just don't make the grade. That's what the divine says. Hello, kitty. Okay. Should we get back to what the Mother Mary wants to say? Oh, goodness. Still all these boxes. 39 minutes, 17 seconds. You guys all doing fine out there. I don't know if that was a question or a statement. You guys are all doing fine out there. Oh, that's for the DMs. Direct message for the Divine Masculine. You guys are doing just fine. Well done. Not an easy task. Hello, Moon Cookie. Good morning, the channel of love. Hello, Lucy. I've been up for the last 2 hours, unable to fall back to sleep. I don't know why. I actually had a good night's sleep last night, but I kind of had to go to bed. I was so tired, so I was forced to sleep. But I've been up for quite a lot of hours also. Okay, here's the card. Our Lady of Nourishment. Card number 34. These colours, because I'm just taking into I'm taking into what we delved into here, the colours here, but then the swirliness then took me to the crocodiles. They bite your hands off. There's the energy of then you'll have to have a hook. It's like hook, line and sinker. Card number 34. Doors are creaking like it's Halloween. It's just my daughter's got home from work. Okay, she's been up since the crack of dawn. Do you hunger, my child? Yes, I'm going to go and have my dinner after this. For love, for security, for knowing that all will be well. Do you hunger for food, for possessions, for relationships, for opportunities to be free in the world and make your mark? Let's go back and reread this. It's like I need to put the seriousness behind it. Okay, well, let's clear the throat then. Do you hunger, my child, for love, for security, for knowing that all will be well? Do you hunger for food, for possessions, for relationships, for opportunities to feel free in the world and make your mark? Do you hunger, my child, for feelings of tenderness, appreciation and acknowledgement? Let me fulfill that hunger now through the divine presence and the bounty that it brings. Let me fulfill that hunger that you may know fullness, not only fed by the spiritual worlds, but nourished through delight in your precious life, in this physical world through which you are approaching your spiritual enlightenment. I do apologise. I feel very congested. I feel like I've got no room to breathe. Okay, calm down. Jeez. In the physical world, hunger can be painful. It can be the very real physical suffering of impoverished bodies. Hunger can also exist as a subtle, but just as real, and at another level, just as painful, spiritual poverty that threatens the continuing existence of the human soul. The human soul is most precious. It is what allows for wild animal and sublime spirit to unite, for flesh to become sacred, and for spirit to become tangible, that it may live in the world as love. It is so extraordinary that any explanations of it in words are limited at best. To put it mildly, the human soul is worth fighting for. It is the part of us that feels, that has compassion, creativity and connection to the living reality of the body and the natural world. It just knows when something is genuinely true and therefore coming from love, or false and therefore not coming from love. It isn't interested in wrong and right, in judgment and one belief system over another. The human soul wants to thrive. The only world it knows to be true is love. Without the human soul, this whole divine experiment of Earth School cannot come to its fruition of a radiant world of illumined beings, contributing tremendous waves of love to our universe. We have so much power available to us as a species. You only have to feel the energy at a football match to understand that group power is considerable. However, if the soul is not present, that power is unable to be directed into constructive channels to improve our world. Imagine all the potent emotional intensity that is poured into a championship sports event being instead sent with intention that a political issue be resolved, for example, or an environmental issue be supported financially. One person has tremendous power to create difference in the world. Imagine how much power and energy could be generated for the greater good by a group of conscious people with great passion. Working together with conscious intent would make human beings very potent spiritual change agents, and the world would be transformed quickly. And of course, then there is the human soul that you have, beloved. Apart from the power of contributing through a group, you have a very important role as an individual being. You, my beloved, understand something of the spiritual truths that are still hidden from the masses, who are fearful and cannot understand as yet. I'm going to repeat this part. You go walk the dog and get going. Thanks for the message. Have a great day. Have a great day, Sherry. And of course, then there is the human soul that you have, beloved. Apart from the power of contributing through a group, you have a very important role as an individual being. You, my beloved, understand something of the spiritual truths that are still hidden from the masses, who are fearful and cannot understand as yet. You are one of the children of the Divine Mother, one of those who walks the path of the living Christ, to assist with raising consciousness on this planet, page number 144, and bringing the spirit into the body so that a human soul can be born. No matter what hungers you may have for status or wealth or pleasure or contentment or service or passion or freedom or more, at the core of any hunger is the hunger for soul. It might be masquerading at times as a hunger for power, relationship, money, or chocolate. Yet underneath all of that, there lies the hunger for life. And life is only directly experienced through the human soul. The mind alone cannot do it. There is no feeling function there. The body alone cannot do it. There is no self-awareness there. It is the mind and body together, through the soul, which creates the capacity to experience and be transformed and nourished through that experience. Without that, doesn't say that, Lucy, I know. Okay, without this, it is like being at the most amazing buffet, so very hungry that you are ravenous, but having no mouth with which to eat. Surely one definition of hell. Our Lady of Nourishment comes to you with this message. Your hungers will be met. Allow her to show you what you are truly hungering for. Yes, there will be moments of desire for a car or a pair of shoes, but if you allow her, she will lead you far deeper into what you are truly hungering after, so that your hunger can actually be fed. After all, if you are hungry for light, darkness will never sate your hunger, no matter how much of it you try to consume. She asks that you turn to her with your desires and ask for her help. She will not judge you or condemn you. She will help you. Sometimes she may show you sometimes she will show you that what you think you want is actually not what you need or want in truth. She will do so with mercy if you ask her to. The healing process for this oracle will help you. My heart's hurting. We've got the word finally. Finally, it has happened to me, right in front of my face, my feelings. Can't describe it, or they can't deny it. Well, meeting Mr. Right, the man of my dreams, the one who showed me true love, or at least it seems. That was an alarm that went off, and that's where it sent me to. Okay. Finally, if you are not sure how this relates to you, then know this. Within you, even if it is not conscious as yet, there is a great hunger and yearning that is soon to emerge. This is an expression of a spiritual call of your own soul to life, a desire to live somewhat fuller, more fearlessly, and with greater understanding than before. It might manifest in a practical sense as a desire to travel or to communicate with people who are open-minded and willing to listen to you and who want to speak about all sorts of topics. It might manifest as a desire to break out of the mould of your life and bust through stereotypes. Pray to Our Lady to help you feed your hunger in the most conscious, constructive and healing way possible. She wants to help you now, and only she can truly feed the world. Okay, let's finish with this healing process and affirmation. You are in a softly lit room with a baby being fed by its mother. Feel the peace and quiet in the room, the contentment. The mother softly coos to the baby, perhaps singing a gentle lullaby. The child is in simple bliss, fed and happy and comfortable. Be with the feeling of this. It may be lovely, or it may be confronting if this was not the reality for you. You may find it foreign and strange, or easy to imagine. Whatever you feel is fine. Just notice it. Say the following prayer. I call upon Mother Mary, Our Lady of Nourishment, who loves me unconditionally. You who know my deepest hungers and desires, please help me be truly nourished. Mother, I ask for your support, intervention and assistance, that my soul may be fed, that it may thrive, bringing passion, light and presence to this world, igniting the souls of others too. May your will be done. Place your hands on your heart and imagine the love of the Divine Mother gently flowing, like mother's milk, in through your hands and pouring into your heart. Stay there for as long as feels good, nourishing or appropriate for you. You may like to close your eyes and relax for several moments like this. And when you are ready, simply say this affirmation to close your healing practice. Our Lady of Nourishment true, feeds my soul with all that is real. I grow strong in my light and my presence, becoming a lover and a holy child of this world. Amen to that. Guys, I'm going to go. I will catch up with you all soon. I forgot we're kind of on a live, aren't we? Okay. I will catch up with you soon. Until then, I imagine that'll be tomorrow now. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.